Yeah, it's your boy Griff here, back with another video, and today I got a special video for you guys, man. Today we're gonna be back with the Tournament of Power Season 112 Best Teams, guys. You guys know that every season they change up the tiers of each teams that I usually deem as one of the more valuable teams for the season. So we always make these videos every single season. If you guys do wanna check some of the best teams out, just in terms of your tags and whatever you guys use for Dragon Ball Legends, be sure to try to see which teams helps. Getting 1.5k CCs per season by clicking 25 times, 25 buttons, right? Helps you get extra CC, especially for free to play. So if you guys enjoy these type of videos, subscribe to the channel. Road to 17k. I am going to break down equipment, and I'm also going to break down the star requirements in the next sections. But yeah, I pretty much just say just try to focus on one or two teams and really focus on getting their stats up. Try to get them to Zenkai 7 as high as possible, Arch boost. Try to get them to friendship level 10. Anything that helps with stats, tournament power, equipments, anything that helps Z power. The easier, the higher stars, the more damage they do, and the amount of defense they're able to soak up, so you guys can win 25 wins in a row, so you guys can get their extra CCs. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the best equipments. All right, when it comes to the equipment, some people don't know much about the tournament power equipments. So if you guys want to see which equipments you guys should go to the exchange shop rare metal. Then you want to go to the TOP tag, and then this will be the best equipments that I recommend. So the first equipment is going to be this iron equipment. I know it only has one slot, but the fact that this slot itself has base health, to me, is better than any of those silver equipments just because of the base health. All the other equipments kind of gives like base strike attack or blast defense or strike defense. This equipment just gives health, and I'd rather pick health over everything, especially you want survivability. You want to win. You want your characters to survive all the damage that they took. So definitely get that iron equipment. Next best equipment, this is by far the best equipment, is going to be this explosive class. The only thing that's the problem with this equipment is your character's got to be 7 stars or higher, which is why I always try to recommend using characters at 7 stars or higher so you guys can have this equipment. Base health and double offense, if you're a defensive support, they're either going to prioritize either strike or blast, so the fact that they have both with base health is super amazing. This with the iron equipment, 10 base health, and then you're getting the extra blast attack it equips. And then the third best equipment is going to be whatever attack type they are, whatever battle type that they are. There's 4 different ones. One is for melee, one is for range type characters, one is for defense characters, and one is for support. So my best equipment is going to be this iron equipment. It's going to be this explosive class character. Equipment if you guys have 7 stars or higher. And then one of these battle types, depending on what they are, like CMZ is strike, Piccolo's defense, Super Baby 2 support, and then you have like Kid Buu or like Green Cell, for example, or Blast. So those are the best equipments for TOP. Let's hop into the stars requirement. All right, next we have in my opinion, the TOP star requirements that I have for certain rarities and how old they are, how new they are, and everything like that. So this is like basically my requirements. Some people has different requirements. This is for me because people ask, "Hey, I have this certain amount of stars. Should I use this or this?" So I kind of have a good breakdown. So when it comes to old Sparking, these are characters that you're probably going to use for your backup characters. These are characters that that's in the Z's and the S tiers, and they're super old Sparking characters. They're characters that's like been in the game 5 years ago. Like these are like beginning of the game all the way to like maybe 2021, 2022. Like those old Sparking characters, 14 stars, because they don't have the best abilities, so they need every stars, every stats as possible. So that's why I always recommend 14 stars. Like you want them the highest stars possible because these are the characters that's going to give you the most points, but they have the worst stats and abilities, so they're easily can die quickly as well. So they are double-edged sword. Next, you got Zenkai Sparkers. I usually do them like 9 stars plus. Of course, you're going to need them 7 just for the Zenkai requirement, but depending on the Zenkais, a lot of them are really old, so definitely like 9 stars or higher. I think that's a good number for sure. After that, you got 1% new Sparking. These are characters that's been like in a 2-year time frame, so starting now to like maybe 2 years ago. These characters, you can have them at 7 stars. minimum. Anything higher is definitely better, but I think them at 7 stars is fine, especially with their kits and just how powerful their abilities have, where they can might be healing each other. Be able to charge up their special move gauge. They have just better TOP abilities compared to old Sparkins, so them at 7 should be fine. Free to play Spark is 14. They're free to play. They need every stats as possible, and they're free. Like, you guys should be able to 14-star. I'm a guy that spends money on the game, and I 14-star all my free to play units, so you guys should be able to too. New LFs, I say 6 stars. I should put it at 7 because of that gold equipment, but they have good stats and abilities, so 6 stars should be fine. New old LFs, I'll probably put them at 9 stars. There's a lot of the times they're back in the old, newer summons, right? So you have a lot of chance of pulling dupes, so 9 stars. Zenkai's LF, 7 stars. As long as they got the Zenkai, they're fine. Ultras, 5 stars. I know they won't have that gold equipment, but just having the Ultra helps a ton. But I do recommend you could probably use better replacements, but if you have an Ultra character, 5 stars is just one copy is good enough. Old EX is 14 stars. These are characters that's like EXs that's like going to be in the Z's and the S. You want them the highest stars as possible, just like the old Sparkings. Zenkai EXs, 9 stars. Only a few of them. There's only a few Zenkai EX characters, so but 9 stars for sure. And then new EX characters, I say 7 stars just because, so they can use that gold equipment. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the star equipment. Let's talk about the best teams, starting with Regen Blast. Alright, first team is going to be Regen Blast based, and let's get straight to it. So, when it comes to the Blast based team, in terms of the Z's and the S, these are your backup characters. I think there's like 4 good ones that I like from the Z tier spot. One, for me, number 1, I'll probably do EX Piccolo. Just the amount of healing that he does is really powerful. And if you have LF Piccolo, if they're both together, he gets a Zenkai buff. Then he's going to give HP for LF Piccolo to have more HP. And he heals like 4 people if you put him in the middle. So he just has a lot of great value. I'm always going to put him number 1. Not, I'm not biased or anything like that, you feel me? But second, I would say it's going to be this purple EX Cell. I would say if you're rocking a lot of like the Cell characters, future characters, type of regen characters, pretty much cells, a lot of cells, his Z ability is going to be pretty fine. And the debuff was pretty nice that he gives to the enemy, so you can't go wrong with that. They absorb more damage. After that, I would say this third one, I'll probably say second form Cell, just because he's a Zenkai character. He has a little bit better stats than the fourth one, which would be Nail. Nail has a really great offensive Z ability, double offensive, but I'll put him 4th. I'll say those are like my favorite 4 out of the Regen Z tier spots. But when it comes to the S tier, I decided to remove Omega Shenron, do Blue Metal Cooler, just because, he's another character that's in the S tier spots. I'm like, why not? Other good S tier characters, I'm going to have Piccolo Jr. and PJ on the backup. Right, if he's in S, I'm always going to use him. He's a Piccolo character. I'm going to find a way to use as many Piccolos as possible. And then his Z ability does give Blast Stack for Regen, which is nice. I think it's PO, DB, and then Regen. Any other good S characters that I like? EX Metal Cooler is really good. Green free-to-play DKP is really good. Free-to-play Super Boo, and then Zenkai Metal Cooler. And then you have Blue free-to-play Cooler, and then you have Piccolo Jr. Those are like my top 6 favorite ones. I'm not the biggest fan of OG Piccolo. He has high stats, but I just don't think it's enough. So I'll put him bottom. But if you need to use them, you can. Just like the Zenkai first form Cell. I'll kind of put them towards the bottom. I think they're okay. Alright, now it comes to the main 6. The main 6 2 Baby 2 is always going to be used. Main healer cannot be replaced at all. After that, it's pretty much everybody else. Blue Metal Cooler, like I said, he's from the S tier. You have multiple blue options. LF Piccolo, reason why I use him, Piccolo, and then he has a great Z ability. And he has a guaranteed blue card, every time he fights. So that just helps taking down the enemies quicker, right? That's really powerful. After that, I have first form Cell. I could switch him out for green DKP. I don't know if I want to keep him or not. Reason why I like him is he heals 10% each match. Like, that's just super powerful. You can't teach that. That's great survivability. It's gonna be hard for him to die. Purple Cell, great offensive Z ability for the team. I think he's just one of the best purples for Regen Blast still. And then CMZ, he's able to heal, get blue card damage, ramp up over time. Despite him being a strike-based character, those abilities are just super powerful to me that I will willing to use him on a blast-based team. He's a strike-based character. Yeah, best characters for each color. I'm talking about for the main 6. Let's start off with red. Red. My favorite reds is going to be CMZ number one, Ultra Cell, depending on his star count. I also do like Buhan. I also do like Goku Piccolo, and I do like Zenkai Red 21. Those are like my favorite ones for red. After that, when it comes to yellow, let me actually see some. Who's actually in A tier? I think Rage. Okay, so we have LF Piccolo that I really like. I do like Majin Good. I do like Rage Shenron. And I'll probably say after that, I'll probably do the Perfect Form Cell, the free-to-play character, the free-to-play version of him. Depending on that, I'll probably say last. I'll probably put Perfect Cell, the Zenkai one. He's really good. It's just that he's strike-based, but I think he still has a good stats and everything, so he's still a really good character. EXL, I mean, you could use him, depending on your star count. You have my high stars, you can put him as one of your main characters, but yeah. Those are blast-based characters for yellow. Purple, I think might be Regen's worst color for blast. But anyways, let's get straight to it. I like LF Perfect Cell, Perfect Form Cell. That's number one for me. Number two, I'm gonna go with Garlic Jr. I think Garlic Jr. is really good. I know he's strike-based, but I think he's still a really good character. Zenkai Perfect Cell is also really good. Even though he's strike-based as well, he has high stats. So the fact that he's a Zenkai character, that doesn't really matter to me. I think that he's still pretty powerful. Then after that, I'll do Super Boo. I think he has high key recovery, so I really like him a lot. And then after that, Light Skin Piccolo, Red Ribbon Army Piccolo for purple. After that, there is that new LF Metal Cooler. I think he shines a little bit more on the strike base. I think his kit is actually not bad. I have to re-look at that, but I think if you have him at a good amount of stars, you guys can try him out. But I think he just is on a better team with movies, in my opinion. Green, I'm going to go First Form Cell, number one. Number two, like I said, I think Green DKP, he is a character that's always in the high tier spots. Green DKP, depending on the season. Him, Baby Trunks, and Fusion Zamasu, they're kind of like depending on what season they are, their value goes up and down. After that, you have Evil Boo, you have Omega, then you have Cryhon. Those are like my favorite greens. And then when it comes to blue, Super Baby 2 is definitely number one. Second after that, like I said, it kind of depends on. You have Boo Tanks that has a guaranteed blue. You have LF Kid Boo. And then depending on what tier they're on, EX Omega and Metal Cooler, their values can go up. And then I also do have free to play second form cell. Those are like my favorite blues. So yeah, that's pretty much it with Regen. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next I'm gonna do strike based Regen. Every now and then I kind of bring them up, and then sometimes I don't. I still feel like the team is just less valued than like the blast based side of the team, but I feel like they've been kind of dropping some strike based characters, and also some of the good ones are actually going up to B tier, so like they're a little bit more flexible than before. But anyways, let's get straight to it. So yeah, with the Z tiers, I still think it's kind of like the same. I mean, I think it's Piccolo, I think it's Perfect Cell, I think it's Second Form and Nail. I think they're the best ones. I'm gonna go with EX Piccolo just because the healing that he gives for the team is just really powerful. So I really value that over anything. So I'm always going to keep him up there. Excuse me, my bad. After that, for S tiers, we're going to focus more on the strike-based characters. So, like I said, I mean, for the S tier, you kind of just got to rock the best ones. I mean, the best strike-based one is definitely the second form, the perfect form cell. He's the best one. Other than that, I mean, just good S tiers in general. Piccolo Jr., Super Boo, EX Metal Cooler. You got Blue free-to-play Metal Cooler. You got Green DKP, Zenkai Cooler. You just got to just pick the best ones. Now, when it comes to the main strike-based team, Super Baby 2 is always going to be on there. Just the healing. You know, like, you just can't beat that. I can put him up there. After that, though, I decided to go Green DKP. The region don't really got a lot of green strike-based characters. It's pretty much like, what, Fat Boo, Orange Piccolo, and then what, you could do that free-to-play Green Zamasu, but DKP, he's an S tier. You might as well use him for the extra points. Why not? Now, when it comes to the other characters here, I went with Super Baby 2 just because Super Baby 2 is in B tier. Just give him a little bit edge over Super Boo. Ultra Kid Boo, just because Ultra Kid Boo's C tier, he's in B tier. Just feel like that. I mean, that advantage alone kind of helps him. The reason why I picked him over Kid Boo is because of that, pretty much. After that, I have CMZ there on his regular team. He's just super valuable. You guys know how good he is. Then after that, I have Garlic Jr. Garlic Jr. just has great nullification to like downgrades and stuff. So that just helps with them you guys taking more damage or lower key recovery or anything like that, he helps with that. And you know, he transform heals. He's a strike based character as well. And then when it comes to the last character, I kind of have 3 characters that you guys can choose. You guys can go with Zenkai Perfect Cell, just because he's strike based. He's also going Zenkai buff Garlic Jr., so that's a nice synergy there. You guys can also go with Fusion Zamasu, because I believe Zamasu Zenkai's him because he's a red God key member. So you guys can do that as well. And then the third is Ultra Kid Buu, just because his Ultra ability gives his allied regen characters +5 to special move gauge start of battle. So that's really good. And then he gives his allies to himself. He has damage and key recovery, so that helps. And then he also cancels buffs against enemies attacking against red. So those are like my top 3 in terms of like that last 6 spot that you guys can do. When it comes to replacements, like I said, I think the region strike base, they're just not that many options for each color, but we can still break it down. So red, I'm going CMZ. You have, like I said, you have Fusion Zamasu, you have Red Omega, Red Zenkai Omega, and then you have Zenkai Zamasu here. If you guys want to add him in there, just so CMZ can get Zenkai buff twice, that's a nice move as well. You guys can definitely do that. And then you also have the second form cell transforming. Yellow, pretty much yellow, Super Baby 2, and it's pretty much Ultra Kid Buu. Everybody else is blast based. And then Zenkai Perfect Cell. Those are like the main 3. Purple, it's pretty much going to be Garlic Jr., Zenkai Perfect Cell. You guys could add this cell if you guys want, just because of his Z abilities, double offense, so it helps the team. You guys also do have the new LF Metal Cooler, and then you guys also do have DKP. After that, we have green. I think green might be their worst strike-based color. Me personally, I think you guys just go for the best overall green, or just S tier, or just the best green, like first form cell. Just really good, great survivability. Fat Buu, Orange Piccolo, and then it's the free-to-play Fusion Zamasu. Blue, I think blue, you pretty much just keep it at Super Baby 2, but if you guys want another strike base, the only one pretty much is Ultra Janemba. If you guys want to add in like Celza and Slug, you guys can, but I just think you guys might just rock single blues on this setup here, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with Regen Strike. Let's hop into the next team. Alright, next we got Android's Blast. Let's get straight to it. So, Z tiers, I think there's 3 that I like. If you guys do rock androids or main androids, and there's a Z tier character that I don't talk about, but you guys use and has been really well for you, let me know. But I think the 3 that I really like is the EX Perfect Cell, Perfect Form Cell. I mean, his debuff is really nice, so I think that's good enough. After that, you have the EX GT 17, Super 17. And then I'll say third, the second form Zenkai Cell. I mean, I think he's just the 3rd best tier. I don't know about the other ones. I know a few people kind of rocks the EX Android 15. Just let me know how he is. I think that might be a solid option as well for the Z tier spots. When it comes to the S tiers, for this, I think there's some good ones, especially if you're looking at it for Blast. You have Gamma 1. I think Gamma 1 is number 1. No pun intended. After that, you have EXL Jr. I wish that he's in Z tier. That's when he's super valuable. I think he's still a valuable S tier character. Other than that, I think a lot of the good S tiers are strike based, like the Android 13, the Super 17, the Aider, the second form cell. So I think you just pick your best character from there. But I think those are like my favorite ones. I'll put the Zenkai EX17 in there in the first form cell. I'll probably put them towards the bottom. After that, when it comes to the main 6 though, me personally, I always go with the 2 main healers, being the double yellows, first form cell. HP, Zenkai is a yellow android. He gives buffs to the team. He heals the team. Super valuable. He's a must-have on the team. I think he's just too valuable for the team. I always add the Majin Buu Saga 18. He's another supporter healer. You have 2 healers on the team. That's really powerful to me. I really value healing. Survivability. Helps with survivability. After that, next, I go with the green Zenkai Cell, just because he heals himself by 10%. I think that alone is enough, and he's a Zenkai character, and he's really powerful with debuffs. I think he deserves a spot, and he's in B tier. He's not even in the C tier spot, so I think that's a big deal. Next for my blue, I have 17, MVP 17, just because of the nullification buffs that he gives. He has a great Z ability for blast base, and I think he's just a really great blast base character for blue on Android's Blast. Next, I have my other C tier. I only have 2 C tiers on this team. Is 17, Super 17. Just the debuffs he gives when he lands a blast card, it's pretty nuts. And then if he absorbs a blast, he just goes even stronger. He goes crazy. I think he's deserving of it. And then for my purple, I could have went with another C tier like Perfect Cell that I always rock. LF Perfect Form Cell, and then, but I decided, hey, why not? This guy's in A tier. He's a jack of all trades character. He kind of does everything. He heals. He gives support. Debuffs. He kind of does it all, but he doesn't really excel at anything. He slowly gains his special move gauge. He has a lot. He does a lot, but he doesn't excel at anything. So I think he's an overall great character for the team. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. Let's talk about the replacements for each colors for the main 6 characters. When they're talking about red, Super 17, I really like Ultra Cell, depending on how many stars you have him at. Like I said, if you have a higher Super 17, just rock Super 17. If you have higher stars of Cell, then you can rock Ultra Cell. If Cell's your favorite character, then rock Cell over them. I understand that bias. You feel me? After that, you do have the free-to-play 18 and Tag Droids, and then Zenkai Red 21. Those are like my favorite reds. You could even add Fusion 13 if you're doing like a double red situation where you want to Zenkai buff one of the reds. You guys could definitely add him in there if you want. Double offensive Z ability. Even though he's strike based, he does get a guaranteed blue card. I think second round. Yellow wise, to me, I think the top two is the 18 and the EX cells, just because they do the best at healing. I think they're top 2. After that, I'll do gammas. I would do the future 18, and then I'll do the cell, the Zenkai cell, and then I'll do EX 18 depending on the stars you have, and then I'll do free to play perfect form cell. Purple, I think purple wise, I think it's LF perfect form cell. You have GT 17, you have future 17, you have Android 17 that can nullify, and then you have perfect form cell. I know he's strike based, but his stats kind of, since he's a Senkai character, he has high stats. It kind of doesn't really matter what team he's on, strike or blast. Green wise, I think green, there's really 3 that I really like. First form cell, Zenkai first form cell, Gamma 1, and then I like Magenta. Magenta's a strike base, but the debuffs he gives is pretty nuts, and he gets a guaranteed blue once there's 3 enemies remaining, so that's really powerful. Green 21 is not a bad option at all either. Blue, I think there's really 3 good blues that I like that sticks out. MVP 17, the TOP Android 18, and then I will go with the second form free to play cell. Because they're blast based. All the other ones are strike based, like Ader and like Android 13 free to play. So let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have blast based LOE. And when I tell you this team for tournament power has gotten really, really powerful the past like month, it's actually pretty nuts. Think about it. They got Zenkai Revival Blue Frieza, Zenkai Red DBS Frieza, and then they just got Frost, even though he's strike based. They got King Cold, strike based. They got LF Metal Cooler, that's strike based. Then they got Ultra Full Power Frieza, and then they got the free to play third form Frieza, and then they just got a free to play Cooler. So they got a lot of they got a lot of love for LOE, bros. Though, I mean, not gonna lie, it does kind of hurt them a little bit because some of their main characters are in C tier now, but they also have great Z's and S tier options. So for the Z tier, I think the best 2 doesn't even compare. If you have this, final form Frieza, and then you also have this green Frieza, despite them being strike based characters, I think they're both strike based, right? Or they're both defensive, but I think they both favor strike a little bit more. Just rock them because they just Z tiers. That's going to help you gain a lot of points. And if you don't have them, they have great S tiers still with all the buffs that they got. 4 that I like, 5 free to play green final form cooler. You got blue free to play cooler. You have this EX metal cooler. You have this Zenkai red metal cooler. And I'll put 5th. I'll put this final form blue cooler. He's strike based, but I'll put him in there. Why not? Right? Just pick the best available character that you have. Why not? Right? When it comes to the main 6 though, when it comes to the C tier characters, I have a dilemma, right? Like Revival Frieza, really powerful. We got a Zenkai character now. He has higher stats. He still needs the healing, so you still want him on your team. Angel Golden Frieza, he's your main offensive character, guaranteed blue. He can get an air guarantee ult if you put him on the yellow tile. Really powerful. You got to keep him. But if you want to have another healer, you guys could definitely go in with Golden Frieza, the free to play. You'll have three C tier characters, so that hurt with points, but you'll have more healing on the team. So you guys could do that. There's two different options you guys could do. I'm gonna show you guys, but really good option though. After that, you gotta have chilled. Chilled. I mean, he gives HP for the team and support. Really powerful. He's in the A tier. After that, you have Purple Frieza. His value just because he can get Zenkai buff twice. High key recovery, him and shield, so they usually go together. And then double offensive Z ability with his Z ability. So that helps with the blast base side of the team, dealing out more blast base offense. And then he also has support for his allies. Debuffs too. Stuns the enemies too. Does a lot. It's really powerful. After that, then you have DBS Frieza, the Zenkai one. What made him really powerful to me is I believe he gets 30% of his gauge. Once he started the turn, yeah. He starts the battle off with 40 gauge. Then after that, he pops in his special action, and then he increases his charge rate, which is nuts. He has a chance of dealing more another blast. So it's really powerful. This guy is really powerful. He starts with 40 gauge, so pretty much like every other fight, he can get his gauge. Nuts. And then when he does pop his gauge, this is what happens. He restores his health, and then he activates an ultimate card. Yeah, pretty nuts. Pretty insane. And then you have Final Form Cooler. I think he's an overall solid character. He also gives support depending on where you place him at. So I kind of place him here so this character can have a little bit more blast. So really powerful. If you guys want to change up a different setup though, you guys can have it where you have him. So you have 3 C tier characters, but then you place this DBS Frieza and go with like maybe this cooler for another red. Maybe you don't want to have a red. You just go blue this cooler because he can get Zenkai buff by Blue Revival Frieza. You guys could definitely do that. Or you guys can just have the full color. We'll keep it like that. So, yeah. Let's talk about the replacements for each color. I think a lot of the new replacements are for strike base anyways. So, you're pretty much going to be looking at the same options. But anyways, let's go with red first. Red is pretty much going to be DBS Frieza, Zenkai Metal Cooler, then third form Frieza, just for the blast. Frost is really powerful, but I think he shines more in strike base. Yellow is going to be Angel Golden Frieza, and then it's going to be LF Final Form Frieza, then it's going to be Zenkai Sparking Full Power Frieza, and then depending on his stars, Metal Cooler. Purple wise is going to be Chilled and LF Frieza. Not even close at all. All the other ones are like at the bottom. Like Mecha Frieza probably third because he's blast based. And then it's like UGF and Go Frieza. Green wise, you have lots of good greens. Got lots of good greens, depends on what you want to use them for. But Ultra Frieza, Zenkai Cooler, free to play Angel Golden Frieza, and then free to play Final Form Cooler are my top 4 greens for blast based for sure. After that, blue. I think blue you're still gonna have Revival Final Form Frieza, and then I would do Metal Cooler free to play next. The King Cold is pretty solid. He just that he's on the strike base side of LOE. He's not blast base. So I'll say those are the top 2 blue LOE blast base characters. But yeah, other than that, let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have LOE strike base. So LOE has been slowly getting better with their strike base team, and I feel like it's kind of hard for me to ignore it now. So I kind of want to talk about it, man. Let's talk about the team. I think a big reason you can kind of make this team a little bit better. I mean, they've been dropping a lot of strike-based LOE with King Code. You got the new cooler. I don't have them. I summoned for them. I still don't have them. Hopefully, I get them soon. You have the free-to-play cooler there. That's really good. Frost is a big deal. And then you're still going to use some of the blast-based characters because of just their core. And then plus they're going to get Zenkai LF Cooler or Zenkai pretty soon, and he's going to be a really good addition to the team as well. So when it comes to the Z tiers, it's still going to be the top 2, Green Frieza and then the Red Frieza. They cater more to strike on their stats, but 2 Z tier characters, so they're going to help you with points. S tier wise, all the best S tiers are pretty much Blast, Metal Cooler, EX Metal Cooler, free to play Final Form Cooler, and the Zenkai Metal Cooler. The only strike based one that I really like is going to be the EX Final Form Cooler. So take that with a grain of salt. Or you guys could try him out, but I just don't think that he's worth trying because you have other good characters that you guys can try out. Anyways, for the main 6. So, first character, I mean, I kind of talked about the chilled HP for the team, support for the team, really powerful high key recovery. We talked about this Frieza. He has guaranteed blue every time. He's kind of like CMZ for regen for me, even though despite him being a blast based character, he's just gonna work because he has a guaranteed blue. That's really powerful. This cooler he stays. I mean, this Frieza stays support and healing. It's hard for you to beat that. You gotta have him on the team. After that, let's talk about Chilled. Not Chilled. Frost. Frost is really powerful just because of this right here. His start of third turn. I mean, he's healing all his. Look how much space he's healing. Look how much space that he can cover, depending on where he's placed at. Is nuts. He heals all his allies by 2, 20% damage and Q recovery. Really powerful. That's pretty much it. That's really the biggest thing. He can heal himself by 1%. He ramps up over time, depending on how many Saiyan characters. But the biggest thing is he's another healer, supporter type of character. What makes Ellery really powerful is they have so many support characters. This guy supports. This guy supports. This guy supports, depending on where he's placed. Chilled supports. And then you have this free-to-play cooler here. He supports as well. Allies in his span, he is going to give them special move gauge damage inflicted buffs. And then he slowly builds up his blue card. So like maybe every other fight, he kind of gets his guaranteed blue. And then he gets a lot of debuffs depending on what he does to the enemy. So that's really nice. So yeah, I think the LOE team is pretty powerful. The strike based team. Like I said, I don't have cooler. I don't have the LF cooler, but maybe you guys could replace this cooler here with LF cooler, metal cooler, just to get the Zenkai buff from Chilled. You guys could go with Blue King Code. So let's talk about the replacements here for each color. Red strike base. It's pretty much Frost #1, and then I'll say LF cooler #2. Hopefully when he gets his Zenkai, it depends on his stats. Hopefully he's really, really powerful. Yellow, they really don't got the best strike base. You pretty much just got to go with any of the blast base characters. AGF, LF Final Form, Sparkin Final Form, and then EX Metal Cooler. Purple wise, Chilled is going to be #1 for me. You guys can go with LF Metal Cooler. Second, you guys can go with Go Frieza. You guys can go with UGF. And then you guys can also go with LF Final Form Frieza. I mean, he brings double offensive Z abilities to the team. So regardless, even though he excels in Blast, he'll still work for that team, right? Really powerful. Green strike base. I think the best green strike base is pretty much the free-to-play cooler. Everybody else is blast base. Ultra Final Form, Zenkai cooler, free-to-play AGF. I mean, you guys can put him. I mean, he's another healing support type of character. But you already got 2 of those on your team. So, after that, when it comes to blue, you got to put him on your team because he's just another healer support character. After that, King Cold, you have Go Frieza, you have Celza. And then you do have this character here, but I want to put him as my main 6, and then free to play Final Form cooler. So LOE strike base is cooking. It's definitely cooking for sure. Let's hop into the next team. All right, next we got blast base Majin Buu Saga. So let's get straight into it. I think there's 3 good Z tiers from this. Based off what people rock from Majin Buu Saga and from what I've been seeing. I would say the best 3 is definitely the Transforming Kid Trunks. I know he's strike based, but he's just the best overall, like just stat wise and everything. After that, you have the green Go Tanks, and then after that, you do have the EX Dabura. Now, everybody else, I don't know, but a lot of people use them, and those are the ones that I like based off the kits that I'm seeing. So they got some Z tiers options now, and also they got some good S tiers for Majin Buu Saga this season, so that's nice. When it comes to the S tier, TN is the best one just because he has a great Z ability, blast, attack, and defense. And one of the things that hurts Majin Buu Saga is their best damage dealing characters are providing like double defense, which sucks. So you need a lot of offensive Z abilities so you can do more offensive damage. Other good characters that I like, that you can use regardless of their strike or not. Videl helps with Majin Buu Saga, like her Z ability. Super Buu is really nice. He has good support, high key recovery, so that's really good. And then you have like Zenkai, Maz, and Vegeta. If you're rocking more of like a Saiyan Majin Buu Saga team, you guys can rock him. He has a little bit more value. Same with the Angel Vegeta here as well. After that, the main 6 here. I always add Pui Pui as my green just because of the HP and the support that he gives for his allies. For the people that do rock Majin Buu Saga, like let me know, do you guys still rock Pui Pui or do you guys just rock like Evil Buu or someone like that? Me personally, I still value Pui Pui just for the HP. So you guys can soak up more damage, and he gives support for his allies. So I always add him on the team. But I know a lot of you guys probably don't have him. which is why I give replacements. Yellow, I'm always going to add 18 or Majin Good, just because they both provide blast attack for the team, which the team desperately needs because their Z ability sucks with their best characters. And they give healing for the team as well. So either Majin 18, Majin Good, or Android 18, you can't go wrong. I said Majin 18, that's hilarious. Like I said, I have Tien in there, and then me, like I said, for my red, I add in Buhan just because the Z ability. Is it really because of his Z ability? If I added in Gotenks, you'll have two defensive Z abilities, and then this guy, the Boo Bros here, they don't really Zenkai Majin Buu Saga. They don't Z ability Majin Buu Saga Blast. They do Saiyan, Sun Family, Vegeta Clan, unfortunately. So that sucks, right? So I decided to go with Buhan over Red Gotenks. After that, you have Ultimate Gohan. I think he's just the best overall purple. And then you have Buu Duos. You got to have some offensive damage dealing characters on your team. You got to have someone that can output damage. So those are like, this is usually like my favorite Majin Buu Saga setups. You have different iterations. So let's talk about the best colors for each. Colors for the main six. When it comes to red, like I said, I think Gotenks, I think 3 that comes to mind. Gotenks number 1. You have Buhan just because his Z ability, and then you have Shin if you want just more healing support. I'll say those are like the top 3 for me. You could do like the red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I put him like 4th, and then this guy's 5th. And if you want more support, I'll probably put him a little bit higher, like maybe like the 4th. Probably put the Goku and the Vegeta down just because he gives something to Majin Buu Saga, even though it's strike based. But after that, you got yellow. I think yellow is pretty much just yellow 18, and then it's Majin Buu Good. They're the only one that really provides anything for Majin Buu in terms of their Z ability, and then everybody else just kind of depends on what type of Majin Buu team you're rocking. Are you rocking Saiyans? He has a little bit more value. Rocking more hybrids or Sun Fam? He has a little bit more value. After that, we got purple. I think there's 3 good purples. You have Ultron. After that, you have the the free to play Super Saiyan 3 Goku here, and then I'll probably put Super Buu last. Solid character. High key recovery, gives support. Stuns the enemy. I believe he stuns the enemy. No. Yes, he does. 3rd. Yep. I was not tripping. So, after that, we got green here. To me, I think it goes Pui Pui and then Evil Boo. If you want to go strike base, you guys can just rock the Super Saiyan transforming Goku. Super Saiyan 3 transforming Goku. And then blue wise, I think it goes Boo Duo, Blue Tien, Boo Tanks, Blue Dabura. And then you go like LF Kid Boo, and then since they're strike base, fusing Vegito and a Videl. Yeah, let's hop into the next team. Alright, next you got strike base Vegeta Clan. When it comes to their Z tier character, I think there's really just one. I could add in a second one, but I'll say this the best one overall is Kid Trunks. I mean, transforming stats, he's pretty solid, especially being a Z tier character. Pretty solid character. So if I was to add a second one, I'll probably say the Zenkai Trunks, but I just don't know. I don't know, but I'm definitely for sure it's the transforming Kid Trunks. S tier wise, my favorite S tiers is the Coat Vegeta just because of HP and he gives support. Can't go wrong with that. After that, you got the Zenkai Majin Vegeta. I believe he actually Zenkai's red. He's Zenkai's red Vegeta Clan. So if you bring him in, he can Zenkai either Trunks or Maya or the free to play Vegeta if you replace one of them two. After that, you have the Halo Vegeta if you want more healing and support. I mean, double defense, it kind of hurts, but you can't go wrong with it. And then after that, I'll say my 4th one, I'll probably put that Metal Cooler movie Vegeta. Double defenses, but if he does get hit, he heals a lot. I think he's a pretty solid character. Yeah, so let's talk about the main 6 here. I'll only rock this Vegeta Clan team if you have Ultra Majin Vegeta. If you guys did rock Ultra Vegeta Clan strike base without Ultra Majin Vegeta as your main yellow, let me know how that goes. I just feel like a lot of people does like have Ultra Majin Vegeta. So, but in the center, I always have Bulla. Gotta have a healing on the team. She's a healer and support. Gotta have that. Super powerful for the team. Must have. I always have a second healer if I can. So I decided to add in that red Majin Buu Saga Vegeta. His Z ability does help strike base. I think he actually does go for Vegeta Clan. Yep. So helps. You have 2 healers and supports for the team, and then everybody else is just your damage dealer. Now, if I had every Vegeta Clan member, I would have my main yellow to be Ultra Maj Vegeta, and then my green would be Daima Vegeta. Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, I think he's the best green. Red, I still go Trunks and Mai. If not Trunks and Mai, you guys could go Super Vegeta. And then blue, I just go with Sword of Hope Trunks, just because I have a higher start Sword of Hope Zenkai Trunks, Zenkai 7 Trunks, than Fusing Vegito. But let's talk about the replacements for each color, though. For the main 6 here, red. Like I said, red, I go Trunks and Mai just because I like the support. I like their offensive Z ability. And then also, I like the fact that they heal by 5% to themselves. Great survivability. If you don't have them, you do have Super Vegeta. You do have 8 Vegeta. Those are like my favorite 3 offensively. After that, yellow, you pretty much got Ultra Maj Vegeta, then it's Fusion Gogeta blue. And then everybody else is kind of really blast based for the best, like yellows are pretty much blast based, like Evo or Trunks Vegeta. So after that, purple wise, like I said, Bullet Vegeta is number 1 for me. But offensively, you guys could do Gohan and Trunks. I mean, they have equal stats, so they're usable. You guys could go Blue Boys and then Green Shredder Trunks. Green wise, like I said, Super Saiyan 3 Diamond Vegeta. And then you have the LF Super Saiyan Trunks. Then you have the LF Tag 4s. And I'll say Drip Trunks for strike base. And then Super Saiyan Blue LF Vegeta Zenkai. Blue wise, I'm going Soda Hope Trunks. I'm going Fusion Vegito. And then I'm going Grunks. LF Grunks as my top greens. I mean, top blue strike base. So, yeah, let's hop into the next team. All right, next we have strike base movies. And, yeah, I mean, movies has gotten better for sure. With LF Metal Cooler, that's another addition for the team. You also have the free to play green cooler. Like you got any of the coolers that just got buff. I mean, you know, LF Cooler, the red one is gonna get a Zenkai soon, so that's gonna make the team better. So movies, Loki got a buff as well. Super broad team, a lot of characters to choose from, a lot of different variants and options and stuff that you can use. So I'm gonna just show the ones that I think are good for my setup, my box. But then I'm also gonna just show you guys the best colors for each one. I sounded like the bird. My. I'm just playing. All right, let's get straight to it. Let's focus. But let's talk about the Z tier characters. I think they got one of movie's best thing is their Z tier characters. Like that helps them always be one of the best characters teams to choose from because they're super broad and they got just a lot of characters that could be in the Z tier spots. But 3 of them that sticks out to me. Green Final Four Frieza, you got the Bardock. I know Bardock is blast based, but still a great character to choose. And then Thouser. Those are like my favorite ones. I think Beto and what's name and Bujin is not bad, but I think that those 3 are like my top favorite ones. And then I probably put them in like another tier below them. After that, you got the S tier options too. S tier options, they got a lot that I like. You got I don't know if I'm saying the name Almond. I'm going to say Almond. After that, you got Broly Chila, you got Ader, you got Blue Free to Play Cooler, you got Android 13, you got EX Turles, Gokua, you got Final Form Freezer, you got this EX Final Form Cooler. Videla's pretty solid. I'm trying to look more for the strike base side. This Vegeta's okay. So you just got a lot of characters to choose from the S tier side as well. Then when it comes to the main 6, based on my team, I have a lot of the good like Beast Gohan characters at high stars, and I have a lot of the regen characters. So I kind of mixed them in between. Starting off with Pan, HP for the team, extra support and debuffs for the enemies, support buffs for the allies. Then my main damage dealers is pretty much going to be the Gohans there on the left and the right. And then I have Garlic Jr. in the middle. He kind of gives notifications to abnormal conditions and stuff, so that's nice for them. And then he transforms, heals, he has great strike damage. After that, for my yellow, I just went with Go Tanks. I probably could have, there's so many other yellows to choose from, but he gives great support, debuffs for the enemies as well. So pretty solid option. And then my last option, I finally pulled him as Amon. Like, really powerful character. I didn't even, when I looked at his stats, I was really baffled. Every time he lands a striker blast, he gets 10 to his best move gauge. And I believe like his third turn, he gets 35 or 20. No, 35. So he can get up to half his blue card per mic. Like every other fight, he gets a guaranteed blue. And then he gets is pretty much like what, an ultimate. It's an ultimate. It's pretty much, yeah, on hit, he upgrades to a special move. And then that enemy can't attack for 2 turns. That's nuts. It's pretty powerful. And he slowly heals himself and damage too. So like that third turn, if he gets his guaranteed blue, he's going to hit hard like a truck. Which is nuts. Even though he's a little bit more on the blast side, I still rock him as my strike. I don't care. But let's talk about the best colors for each, because there's just so many options to choose from and so many different ways to build sagas from the movies. Let's talk about red, man. Red, they got a lot of characters that are only going to get better. So, Pan, you got glasses go on. You got red transforming beast. You have LF transforming Broly. I just pulled him. You have this LF cooler that's about to become Zenkai. After that, you have lots of good just Zenkai buffers like Hero Tapion. You have Great Salmon 1 and 2. And then I would say Cacao. A lot of great red options. Yellow. Number 1 will be Ultra Beast Gohan. I do not have Ultra Beast, but he's by far number 1. Number 2, you have Gotenks. Number 3, I think Raisin, the ball sacks. They pretty solid kit too. I finally pulled, first time pulling them. They got a good solid kit. Then you have the Gogeta Blues. You got the Zenkai one. You have the Fusion Gogeta Blue. And you also got Hero Tapion in terms of the yellow. I still think yellow is their weakest color, but if you don't have Ultra Beast, but if you do have Ultra Beast, then you just rock him, bro. He's insane. Purple wise, they just got another addition to the team, LF Metal Cooler. LF Metal Cooler, you got Garlic Jr. transforming. UGB, UGF. You do have the Blue Boys. Yeah, those are like my favorite 5. Days as well. Days is really powerful. Super good. Great Zeta booty. For sure. Yeah. Days as well. Yep. Don't forget about him. After that, we're going to go green. Like I say, even though Amon is a little bit more blast, like he has equal stats. I'm putting him up there. I'm putting God Goku up there. I'm putting this free-to-play green cooler up there. I'm putting Magenta. That's like top 4. You got Drip Trunks 5. That's like my favorite 5 strike base. Bowser, no, not as your main 6. No. Those are like my favorite main 6. Dragon Fist, yeah, like you can put them up there. But I think those are like my favorite 5 to choose right now for sure. Blue, you got Blue Beast. You got, depending on your stars, Ultra Janemba, Ultra Super Gogeta. You got Ader. You got Ultra Turles as well. A lot of other ones are really blast based though, but you got some solid options. Like Broly Chila is a solid option. LF Broly is a solid option. The Android 13 is a solid option. Gamma 2 is a solid option. So you just got a lot of blues to pick. Even if you want to go a little bit with a character that's, a little bit more blast, but great support, equal stats, you got the blue free-to-play Metal Cooler. So, yeah, this team just keeps getting better. So you just have a lot of characters to choose from movies. But anyways, let's hop into the next team. All right, next we got GT Strike. I can't wait for them to buff this team though. They literally just stopped after 1 year. But anyways though, let's talk about the backup characters. I think there's 3 that I like, 2 that I do like for sure. The third one I'm like, but I'm just gonna add them in there. But EX17 and then EX Shin, I think those are like the best 2 Z tiers. Excuse me. For sure. I mean, the only reason why I like Shin is just because of the support. I know it's only for 2 turns, but I mean, having your high damage dealers do a little bit more damage, you can't go wrong with that. Third, I'd probably say is Baby Vegeta. And all the other ones are like ass. After that, you have the S tiers. I think for strike base, There's actually three that I like. That's straight base. You have the EX Oob. You have the EX Kid Goku Red. The yellow free to play Super 17. And then if you just don't really care about the colors pretty much, then you have the EX Green Trunks, and then the yellow Zenkai Vegeta, and then the red transforming, not transforming, but the red free to play Super Saiyan Goku. Those are like my favorite six. When it comes to the main six, I always have Super Baby 2 and Bull Vegeta as my healers. Even though Baby Vegeta's Super Baby 2 is more blast based, but don't really matter. Just having two support and healing, can't go wrong with that. Pretty much that. When it comes to the green, pretty much tag fours that are really the only main green offensive character. LFG4 is double defense, but after that, I have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Zenkai Kid Goku, just because him and Super Baby 2 both buff Blue GT. Double Zenkai buff both for each other. That's really nice synergy. After that, I have Shin, the Zenkai Shin, just because he's an A tier, double offensive Z ability, can't go wrong with that. And then I decided to go with the S tier character of the Kid Goku just for points wise. So when it comes to the best for each color for the main six, I mean, not really a lot of options to choose from, but red strike base, I mean, it's pretty much the red Kid Goku. Then it's the Zenkai Omega. And then it's Oob. And then all the other ones are blast base. After that, we got yellow. Yellow's Shin, I mean, he's defensive, but he has equal stats. Then you have Super Baby 2, then you have Forku, and then you have Pan Trunks Giru. Super 17 is probably fifth. Purple wise is pretty much Ultra Gogeta 4 and Bull Vegeta. And then you have Zenkai Goku 4 last. And Celza, then Zenkai Goku 4. Green wise is Tag 4s, and then LF Gogeta 4. All those ones are blast. Blue, Super Baby 2 just because of his healing. And then you have the Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku. And then Celza probably is third. And yeah, that's pretty much it with Strike Base GT. Let's hop into Blast Base GT. All right, next we got GT Blast. Just hopefully they get more characters on their team as well. But yeah, for the backup character, you just gotta just choose the best available, bro. EX Shin and Super 17. I think they're like my favorite two off the Z tier. Baby Vegeta, I'll probably put the blue one is probably third, but I think those two are just better than him for sure. If you look at the S tier spots, blast base wise, you got the green EX Trunks there. Then you have the free to play red Goku. Then you have the Zenkai Super Saiyan Vegeta. All around though, like you got the EX Majin Oob. You got the Zenkai Oob. And then the red Kid Goku. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to the main six, I always have Bull Vegeta and Super Baby 2 for healing wise. So the other four, I mean, Super 17 and Omega is pretty much just like the best red and green overall. I know they're both in Z tier, but the amount of debuffs that they give together and how much coverage they have for pretty much all the spots in the field with each other is pretty powerful. So that helps with a lot of debuffs and them taking a lot more damage. So that's really powerful. After that, I went with Yellow Shin just because he's A tier with double offensive Z abilities. And then after that, the only blast-based purple is GT17. So, yeah. Let's talk about the replacements for the blast-based side of the team. Red-wise, let's see. I mean, red is Super 17, Super Saiyan Goku, the free-to-play Shin. For blast-based yellow, you have Yellow Shin, you have Rage, and then you have the Zenkai Super Saiyan Vegeta. Purple wise, you have the GT17 pretty much. And then like you're pretty much looking at the strike based characters. Green wise is gonna be LF Omega, is gonna be Baby Trunks, it's gonna be full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then you have the EX Baby Trunks. But he's gonna be under backup characters for sure. Blue, you pretty much Super Baby 2, EX Omega. And then Spirit Bomb Goku. So, yeah, that's pretty much it with GT. Let's hop into the next tag. All right, next team we have Unireps Blast. I'm not going to lie, if you guys rock Unireps, man, I think you guys should rock a different team. But because they still have all their characters in C tier. Like all the good characters are literally all in C tier, bro. But the Z tier spot, the Z tier spot, the only best. They only got 3, bro, right now. This season, I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend at all. But if you want to rock a Z tier, I'll say Topo. I'm gonna make this short and quick. S tier, it's pretty much EX Dispo, Champa, then the EX Jern. Then after that, we got the main 6. You gotta have Kale just for healing wise, guaranteed blue, and ultimate cards go to UGF. Double healing. I'll definitely add TOP Frieza. I mean, if you guys don't want to have 4 C tiers, I'll give you guys a different option. But Angel, I mean, a free to play Angel, Angel go to Frieza. And then after that, you have blue 17 because you need a really powerful blue offensive blast based character instead of Kale being your main blue. And then red, I always go Bergamo. I mean, there is other good reds, but they're all in the Z, all in C tier. You don't want to pick too many C tier characters so you don't be low in points. So gotta go Bergamo, HP wise. I mean, he helps the team, he supports, ramps up over time, he shields. Can't go wrong with him. If you guys don't want AGF, you don't want to do 4 C tiers or like maybe like Purple Jiren, for example. I just added in the purple just because I needed one. But Purple Jiren, I mean, LF Purple Jiren or UI or even the LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, they're all in the C tier spot. But if you want to do something like this where you, like, you know, if they're like maybe a solid another green I can maybe use, you guys can go with green Kaba. Just so you don't rock that many C tiers. But I just think that his value is just super high that you might have to just rock 4 Cs, unfortunately. But best colors for each, let's talk about it. But right now I'm not really feeling uni reps. For red, you do have, you do have strike base him. Oh yeah, but for red, you do have Kaba. Kaba is really powerful. You have UI Goku. MUI Goku, the LF one. He has double offensive Z abilities, equal stats in both. And then Bergamo for blast base. After that, you have yellow. Yellow, I'm going Yellow Angel, going to Frieza. After that, I'm probably going Ultra UI Sign. You do have LF Evo. You do have Ultra Kaioken. You do have this ES Android 18 and then Master Roshi. Purple wise is pretty much LF Jiren, LF UI. And then it's pretty much the LF Evolution Purple Vegeta. Blast base wise. And then green wise, like I said, it's pretty much going to be the free to play Angel Golden Frieza. You got Kaioken, Evo Ken. You have the Zenkai Rev UI. You have Zenkai God Topo. And then you could rock this summonable Angel Golden Frieza. Then after that, when it comes to blue, Kale for healing and then MVP just because overall best blue. Or you guys can rock TOP 18 Zenkai. But yeah, that's it for blast base uni reps. Let's hop into strike base. All right, next we got strike base uni reps, man, and let's get to it. So for Z tier, bro, it's pretty much Topo. You want to rock a Z tier, it's Topo. All these 2 sucks, man. Don't even do it. S tier wise, I think there's 3: EX Jiren, EX Dispo, EX Champa. And then after that, we'll talk about the main 6. Strike base wise, I decided to go with the free to play Jiren just because he's purple. He gives great support. A little bit of healing, so you can't go wrong with that. And then you have Kale doing basically the same thing. I like having like kind of like 2 supports, healing type of characters just to make you guys survivability wise and you guys hit damage wise. And then everybody else is fully offense. For the yellow, I kind of have Kaioken. He's a guaranteed blue card every match, so that's really nice. And he's not in the C tier. He's in B tier, so that helps. Bergamo, I have him still, HP for the team. He's a B tier character. He's not in the C tier, so we're not using that many characters that provides no points. Then after that, you have TOP 18. I think she is melee, even though she has equal stats in strike and blast. Great support. She's able to generate a blue card every other match, so that's pretty powerful. And then I have Kale Khalifa as my green. I could have swapped them. I could definitely go with another character. I could probably do some switcheroos where if I actually take a look here, maybe go to the C tier spot. I can maybe do something where I take I take out Bergamo and take out Kale Khalifa tag, and I could probably switch them out and maybe add in like, I don't know, maybe add in MUI Goku, maybe add in Ultra Hit, or maybe I try like something like another combination. So, But I'm just gonna keep it like this for now for me, because that helps with my stars and everything like that. But yeah, I think just uni reps just kind of just hold this season. Not gonna lie to you, but let's talk about the best colors for each for the main six. Even though if you don't like my setup, you have other options to choose from. When it comes to red strike base, you have a little bit more options. You have LFMUI Goku, you have Ultra Hit, you have Bugamo, you have Casserole. Actually, what we can do here, I could do this. Oh, shoot, I totally forgot about him. Let's do this. We can put him here. He is healing everybody besides Kale. Actually, I could do this. Who's he healing? I could put everyone down here. I'm actually cooking up a different team. Hold on. She heals people up, though. That's the issue. So I could do something like this and then do something like this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. All right, different team here. My bad. All right, yep. So what we're going to do is have Frost. If you do have Frost. Yeah, if you do have Frost. But Frost definitely helps out because he's in A tier as well. So you have Kale and Frost healing. And then you can rock 3 C tiers with Go Frieza, TOP 18. And then Kale Khalifa you can. If you actually want to go maybe like green, you can go goddamn Kiawe. Sorry, guys. I'm super tired. I'm super sorry. I'm super sorry, man. Or if you guys have the new Kefla. I think Kefla might be in A tier still. So I totally forgot about the green Kefla as well. But let's talk about the replacements, though. Let's go back to red. I definitely want to say Frost is number 1. LFMUI, you have Ultra Hit, you have Bergamo, you have Casserole. After that, yellow-wise, you have Kaioken Goku, you have Kale Khalifa tag. I'm going to go Angel Go to Freeze just because of the guaranteed blue. EX18, that's pretty much my top 4. Then you can do Ultra UI just because why not? He's just that powerful. Purple-wise, I mean, pretty much purple is pretty much just strike-based characters, right? It's pretty much blast-based characters, but Jiren and then Go Frieza, just pretty much the top 2 strike-based purples. My bad, strike-based purples. Go Frieza and then free-to-play Jiren. Jiren is a support character, but he does more strike than blast. Green, you do have LF, the new LF Kefla. You do have Kiawe. You do have Kale Khalifa. You could put Kaba just because, HP for Universe 6. Yep. And then if you rock him and Kefla together, he can Zenkai buff green revival. So that's a nice little synergy there for sure. After that, blue, we have Kale, we have Go Frieza, we have TOP 18. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the team there. I'm not the biggest fan of uni reps this season. Let's hop into the last tag. All right, next team is going to be blast-based hybrids. So Z tier wise, they don't have that much flesh characters, but I think just the best 3. I mean, the best 2, you just kind of just have to regardless of them being strike or blast. Transformer Kid, Trunks, EX, Gotenks. Those are like my favorite 2. I don't think the other one compares. So let's hop into the next tag. If you want to add in that Zenkai Red Trunks, you guys can, but I'm not too confident in them. S tier wise, they kind of got hold a little bit as well too. I mean, but I would say the best ones is probably the EX Gohan Kid. I would say probably Zenkai Super Saiyan 2 Trunks and then the EX GT Trunks. Now he's way better on GT than he is in the hybrids because he has a little bit support for GT characters, I believe. Yeah, like per allied, he gets extra damage and stuff. So if he's not on GT, he doesn't get that extra stuff. So yeah, then other than that, let's talk about the main 6. Main 6 here, there's a few different options. This one has 4 C tier characters. If you don't want to have that many C tier characters, then you definitely don't. But I just don't want to have too many support characters as well. So I have Pan, of course, Pan HP, extra support for allies, debuffs for the enemies, and then extra support if they're tagged Gohan or Piccolo. You want to rock as many Gohans. Gohan is arguably the best character for hybrids right now. Like different versions of Gohan. Second D, I have my other support character. It's going to be the Kid Gohan, bro. I mean, at turn 3, he heals everybody. by 3. Gives him blast damage to himself and then key recovery for his allies. So I put him in the middle. Then after that, you have Ultimate Gohan. I mean, best offensive purple, blast base wise for the team. Grunks is probably second, but I'll put him number 1. For the green, if you have Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, to rock him. Yellow, I do not have Ultra Beast, so I'm rocking TV. TV is a blast based character, and I mean he gives support for his allies. I mean, pretty good damage output. And then for my last color, I just added in Nerd Gohan. Double offensive Z ability. He heals. He slowly ramps with his blue card. He does a lot for the team, and you can't go wrong with him. I believe he actually has equal stats as well. Pretty equal stats for Strike and Blast. So let's talk about the best colors for each, though. There's a lot of different variations you could rock with the hybrids blast-based team. Red, I mean, it's going to be Pan, Go Tanks, and then I'll probably say the Nerdhan, just because he has pretty much equal stats. After that, yellow, I'll say regardless, even though he's stripe-based, Ultra Beast, Gohan is number 1. TV, Go Tanks, and then I'll probably say Transforming Goten. Purple-wise, I'm going to go Ultimate Gohan. I'm going to go Grunks. And I'm going to go this guy third, just if you want to have another healer. Maybe you guys don't have the Gohan, the kid Gohan. You have this free-to-play Goten that gives extra support for Gohan characters. So you rock a lot of Gohan character. He gives damage, inflicted buffs, and healing. Can't go wrong with that. Then after that, green-wise, you have Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. You have Grindhan. Damn, that's pretty much it. For strike base, I'll probably say third is maybe the Zenkai Future Gohan. But all the other ones are strike base, like Super Saiyan, LO Super Saiyan Trunks, and Drip Trunks, and everything like that. And then for blue-wise, like I said, you have the free-to-play Kid Gohan, you have Grunks, then you have the Bojack Super Saiyan Gohan for blast base. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it with that tag. Let's hop into, or not tag, but team. Let's hop into the last team, strike base. All right, last team, we got strike base hybrids, man. Let's wrap this up quick. So, in terms of the Z tier characters, it's pretty much Kid Trunks and then the Green Go Tanks. I just don't think anybody else is pretty good at all from what I'm seeing here. I do not like none of these characters. So, anyways, let's hop into the S tier. I think S tier is really only like what, one character, pretty much. I mean, they're blast based, but the EX Super Saiyan Saga Gohan, I'll probably put him second, bro. Like, the S tier is not really looking that good. So, you're pretty much banking off the Z tiers just to get you those extra points. But I think the Z tier options are better than the S tier options. So, let's talk about the main 6, though. I have Pan, of course, extra support, healing, debuffs to the enemies. You guys already know. After that, I have Bola Vegeta, just another character that provides support and healing for the team, which is really powerful. Then after that, your main damage dealers will be Blue Beast Gohan. Then after that, you do have the red transforming, not the red transforming. I have the Nerdhan just because he's in B tier, so I don't use that many C tier options for my team. So I always recommend him over the red transforming beast just because he's in B tier. It's really the only reason. Yellow, if you guys have Ultra Beast, rock him, but I don't, so I have Go Tanks. In the middle, like I said, Bola Vegeta, and then green I have Drip Trunks. So I didn't want to rock 4 C tiers, so I went with 3. I actually only have 2, but if I had Ultra Beast, I'll be rocking 3. You feel me? So let's talk about the best colors for each. Red, like I said, it is. Oops, nope. It's going to be Pan. Nope. Is that typing? Nope. Okay, hold on. Red is going to be Pan, Nerdhan, Red Transforming Beast. Yeah, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Yellow is going to be Ultra Beast, Go Tanks, Go 10 for strike base. Yellow, purple kind of sucks. Bola Vegeta, you could do Grunk because they have equal stats in strike and blast. Green Sweater Trunks, that's like my top 3. Yeah. Green will be LF Super Saiyan Trunks. Then it'll be Drip Trunks. And then you could just add Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan because regardless of what team he's on, his kid is that it's pretty powerful. So even if he don't strike a blast, he's just gonna get it done. Blue wise, it's pretty much gonna be Blue Beast, Grunks, and then LF Sort of Hope Trunks. And that's pretty much it with the video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, rough, and I'm out.